I've got this question a lot lately. I got it, you might have read I was in New Hampshire yesterday. I got it in New Hampshire yesterday from folks. It is a problem that I not only can relate to as governor, but I can relate to as a parent. Right? I have 2 children in college right now. Our oldest son, Andrew, is a junior at Princeton. Our oldest daughter, Sarah, is a freshman at Notre Dame. I was telling folks yesterday that about 5 or 6 weeks ago, we got a letter from Notre Dame. It's from Notre Dame, right? Thank you. And the first paragraph is, we want to thank you again that you have blessed us with the presence of your child here on our campus to become a member of the Notre Dame family. Like, you can hear the music from Rudy playing in the background, right? You just hear it. And it's wonderful, warms your heart. Paragraph 2, however, says, we are proud to announce that next year, tuition will only go up 3.9%, which is the lowest increase in Notre Dame tuition in 40 years. Now think about that. Inflation is at like 1.5%. At Notre Dame, they're bragging that it's only going up 3.9%, and that it's the lowest it's gone up in a year in 40 years. And then they announce at the end of that paragraph that makes them really happy to be able to tell me that total student cost next year will be $61,750. I felt exactly the same way. All right, so I think there's a point has come here where part of the reason why these numbers continue to go up is because there's no market forces being placed on colleges and universities. You know, kids can borrow more money. Families can borrow more money. We've made loans very available to people. That's a good thing for people to have access. The bad part of that, of course, is that if you can't say, well, no, that's not worth it, I don't have the money to do that, and people started not going, well, supply and demand would kick in, right? But supply and demand doesn't kick in because we're not forcing that on them. So we have to look at it another way. What I've said is I think we need to explore a conversation across the country on controlling these prices of tuition increases if in fact these colleges and universities want to participate in federal grant and loan programs. Because there's seemingly no end to the increase in this. Next year, Andrew will be a senior, Sarah will be a sophomore, and our tuitions just for those 2 will be $120,000. So, imagine what these kids have to come out with in terms of any of our kids. They aspire to go to great places. We encourage them to go to the best school they possibly get into, to work hard in high school and achieve. So we need to start, I think, really clamping down on the colleges and universities for the amount that they continue to increase every year. They have to start to make tough decisions, the same way I was talking about tough decisions being made before. Because the other side would be say, well, don't make loans as available, and that could help supply and demand on the other side. I don't want to deny someone access to an education. And by denying loans or cutting back loans, we're going to deny people the access to an education. Education is still the key to upward mobility in our society for everybody. And so I think we need to start to really work hard on these colleges and universities because there's only one way to go. Either we cut down on the amount of people who go, supply goes down, they have to lower the price, or we have to clamp down on their costs. And so some of the things we've done in New Jersey to try to slow it a little bit is, for the first time in 25 years, the state has invested in our state colleges and universities in capital improvements. So we're putting $1.2 billion into new buildings, new classrooms, new laboratories in our colleges and universities across the state. We haven't done it since 1988. What that means is the colleges and universities have had to build the buildings on their own with borrowing money and endowment money. All that leads to even higher tuition, so we're trying to do it in that way as well. But I think there has to be a bigger, broader national conversation because it's happening everywhere. Whether you're going to a state college or university or a private institution, the prices are out of control. And it's hard for us to be able to say no to our kids. We don't want to do that because we know that a great education at least gives them the opportunity for a really successful future.